Okay with this? Real question, and this topic is going to, of course, take some maturity. So I'm not talking to everybody here. And the people who are like, oh, I don't care I'm not talking to you. I'm talking about mature parents, because this is a real conversation here. We're talking about BBL teachers and teacher base. You walk in, you see this. Are you okay with this? Now, some of you may be saying, Shisha, you're exaggerating here. There's no way teachers are actually out here dressed like this. Last year, I covered this topic, might have been 2 years ago. This is a real photo of a teacher.
Yes, Teacher Bay. So we have another Teacher Bay. The other one was in Atlanta. I think it was 3 years ago. This is a very popping topic. And you know what kills me, guys, is that a lot of young Black boys can't read, right? A lot of them can't read. We're not focusing on their ability of not knowing how to read and comprehend and write. We're focused on what the teacher is wearing. That's the conversation. It's not if they know the ABCs 1, 2, 3. This is about what the teacher is wearing. I did a video on the influencer Lil Tay Tay going to OF and becoming a millionaire in 3 hours, right? And I pretty much said in there, it's the parents' fault, because the parents nowadays, they suck. And that's a fact. They're iPad parents. They're give the kid their phone, get out of my face parents. They're not having conversations with their kids. They're not reading to the kids. They're not doing math with their kids. Like, I'm be one with you. Like, my mom taught me how to read. My mom taught me my 1, 2, 3s, ABCs. I knew all that stuff already because my mom helped me. So when I went to kindergarten and first grade, I already knew it already. It's a part of your job as a parent to make sure your kid knows what they need to know regardless. But anyway, we're going to get into this. People obsessing over how a woman looks. I don't like this word, but it's coming off misogynist. It is. I'm sorry. It's coming off crazy.
In class, this is a real woman, and she was being defended by so many chicks globally because they couldn't stand that the parents were complaining about her body that they said she just can't help. She can't help that she can't hide her BBL. Should teachers have BBLs? I'll give you guys my opinion at the very end, but it's videos like this one that have brought attention to this topic again with this woman who calls herself a teacher bae. Let's check it out.
My baddie.
Beautiful lady, but some people thought that a teacher should not.
All right, so we go back to the girl. This is the new teacher that everyone's talking about. So, you know, I think she's brown skin or she's chocolate, you know, and she's very attractive. This is what people are crying about, that, right? All right, so let's get the elephant out the room. No boys in our classroom are complaining about this. I just get it. No one is complaining about this. Now, the argument that you're going to see a lot is they're going to say, oh, she's trying to get attention from little boys. Like she's a PDF. I don't know if she can do this, but I would go to all these YouTubes, people that are saying this, and try to get some money, because that claim is like, I know as a dude, that claim, it sticks with you for the rest of your life. That claim is nasty work. So if she could, you know, file defamation or something like that, I would definitely do it, because that's a crazy claim. But they're saying she dresses too sexy for these little boys. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Now listen to me, right? As when you're a dude, when you're teenage age, there's nothing a girl can do that does not turn you on. That is how our hormones work. A woman can have long hair that turns you on. She can breathe very loudly, that turns you on. She can put on different type of lotion that smells really good. That can everything women do turn us on. There's nothing. Listen, women and men are made to come together, right? They're made to come together. Literally everything women do makes us horny. Even now, as a 35-year-old man, there's not very much a woman does naturally that like, I like that. Like, especially when they look like like this. There's not really much she can do that wouldn't make a dude like our loins start talking to us like, look, man, I know she a teacher, but shit, I want to see what's under that skirt. Like, that's how we think. And that for a teenage boy, she could come in there in sweats. It don't matter. It don't matter. She can come in with her hair pent up, messy. She still have a pretty face. What people have to understand is that little boy is going to be horny regardless. They're going to be horny. Now, if you would have said, yo, this is going to affect the little girls, they're going to make the girls more insecure, it's going to make the girls feel like they got to compete with the teacher for the boys' attention, that's a better argument, even though it's not really a good argument, but it's a better argument. But putting the argument on some boys is weird because boys like pretty women, and there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, we'll let this man cook some more.
Attention to this topic again with this woman who calls
on the internet.
All right, so this next video is explaining the first woman teacher bae that went viral from Atlanta.
And people were concerned, especially parents. It got so bad that she told the New York Post, I'd always go to work and take pictures of myself in the classroom setting, showing off how much I love my profession and looking beautiful while teaching kids. What teachers are wearing should not be the focus. The focus should be on kids. That was her response. But unfortunately for her, that's not how the parents felt. If the focus should be on the children, then why are you?
Jeez. Oh boy. I would be sitting up front, bro. Up front. I'm trying to learn everything she has to teach me. I'm gonna learn everything. I don't care what she got. I'm gonna learn whatever she's teaching. I'm trying to learn it. I'm trying to learn.
Focusing on taking pictures of yourself while looking sexy in the classroom and not focus on the children.
Get 'em.
That was a response that people were having. And then it became an argument about black women. People that agreed with Teacher Bae were saying, hey, this is just another example of how black women rarely have control over their bodies, being needlessly over-sexualized in nearly any context.
Hold on. I'm gonna have to put another fan in here because it's getting hot. And it's dark outside, as you can see. It's getting hot. You feel me? It's getting, that is a delectable young lady. Listen, she looks delicious and nutritious. My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Listen, I'm a man. Okay. I like, y'all weird to me. I don't get it. I don't.
Now, this is interesting because if you go to her Instagram, she doesn't really post pictures anymore. I believe like she's married now. You can still see that while the pictures are not so bad, it is sexually tempting a little bit. So one can infer that, yes, the way that she's taking these photos, she's trying to sexualize herself, especially with regards to where she's teaching at. But fast forward, it's 2025 and
all right, so this right here is the new it Teacher Bae right here. This is her Instagram. I didn't find her Instagram because I just think it's creepy to just be looking chicks up on social media. So O'Shea Duke Jackson, he did it for us.
To be honest, things are getting worse. And the things that are happening now make Teacher Bae look like a saint. The other day, there's a young lady that went viral. Her name is That Girl Peachy. And this is a young lady who is also a teacher. Now, the difference with this young lady, it appears that she's clearly trying to attention seek. Patrice Bae was taking photos. This lady is making a video. And at the end, she's letting you know she's working with something with that jiggle. Now, if we take a focus on the feet there, we see the kind of heels that she has on, and then you see the visible tattoos on the feet. Now, there is nothing wrong with having tattoos, and you basically can't, not hire somebody because they have them. But if you're a teacher and you're amongst middle school or elementary school students, it may be considered a lack of professionalism. And then look at the skirt that you have on. You do the jiggle in the wiggle, and we all see what that wiggle was working with.
Well, because you lose it, you never win. Oh boy! That stuff is yes.
And yet, it looks like you're more concerned with getting attention than you are teaching students. Now, of course, once this particular situation came about, folks got on to X and the conversation started to occur. This brother with the National Reparations Commission.
All right. So, oh my God. I tell you, these parents are sorry as hell, man. They try anything and everything to like pivot away from being a parent. Like if your child looks at the teacher and he gets a crush, that's a conversation you have with your son. Hey, check this out, man. Listen, that's that woman's job. Okay. Be respectful. Check your hormones. Put your hormones in your back pocket, son. That's what I would tell my son. Put your hormones in your back pocket. She's a teacher. She's at work. Leave her alone. It's very simple. Just be a parent. I don't. These dudes are so lame. They came out with a whole catalog of outfits that are appropriate for you to wear. This these niggas is lame as hell.
Mission says this is what teachers who want to stay in the safe zone look like. Teachers who want to push boundaries and be controversial deserve all the smoke they get. If you fine, you fine. Your job as a teacher is to downplay that as much as possible.
Did you just hear what he said? You gotta downplay looking attractive,
not to highlight it. Now, again, let's look at some of these particular outfits that he's talking about. Let's go to this one, right? We have a Caucasian lady with the 7 teacher outfits from Old Navy. Now, obviously, this woman is thin, and she's not shaped as curvy as the other ladies. But I could see if the lady that we had before, who was doing the little booty clapping dance, that girl Peachy, was to wear something like this, clearly she could cover up some of her curves. All of these outfits would be quite affordable for her. And
nigga, this white girl she had no hips. What do you? I'm trying not to say, yo, I think black men on YouTube hate black women. Like this woman here, guys, let's go back just a little bit. Look at the leg. Look at the thigh and look at the behind. Okay? Not hating. She's a beautiful woman. She has no hips. She has no buns. A part of what makes you have swag is the way you wear your clothes and how your clothes fit on you. Right? Nothing wrong with her swag. She dresses very nice. A black woman wearing that shit, like it's gonna garner more attention. This shit is straight delusion. This shit is delusional.
That could be, closed off, all right, or not shown. Let's go to outfit number 2. Here we have a sister. Again, she's not shaped like the first lady, but you can look at she is being very modest on purpose. Now, let's say, for example, she was curvy and she looked like really, really super thick. These outfits here, in my honest opinion, would hide that. 16 fall outfit ideas for teachers, right? He also posted this here, 30 teacher outfits idea to copy now. Now, all of the teachers, when I was coming up in middle school, high school, elementary school, they tend to dress like this. Now, obviously, teachers can be shaped like anybody else, but when you're a teacher dressing like this, it is clear that your focus is to do what your job is, and you're not trying to get any kind of special attention. You're not trying to ruin anybody's parents or anything like that. You're pretty much focused on the job. Now, when it came to the conversation in the comments section, the opinions were divided. This person goes, she is wearing a long sleeve shirt and a long skirt. How?
Yeah, man, this is insane, man. It's insane. It's insane, bro. I don't get it. Like, imagine you being 15 years old. You don't want to look at that in the classroom. She can't teach you what a squared plus b squared equals c squared. She can't do that. No, she can't. Okay. I mean, I got it, man. I got it. My bad.
Is wearing an outfit because she is trying to basically maybe get into another career, maybe become a social media influencer. And that's fine if you want to do that, but
He trying to insinuate OF? This nigga. It's crazy.
to be a teacher and then try to combine the fact that you want to get, a whole lot of social media following opportunities, it's kind of corny.
Okay. That one point I agree. So I don't know if this is to be true, but this is just speculation. Who's recording her? They are saying that the students are doing. I hope it's the students are not doing it. They should be charging this woman. She's starting her own social media. But that's the only problem I have with this is like, yeah, if you're going to be a teacher, she should be in trouble, not for dressing sexy, but for using the situation for her social media, right? That's not cool at all. That is not cool. That's the only thing I don't like about this is like, this is on, like, she's recording herself at work. It should be a rule in there. No social media record, like making content at work. That should just be a rule. She should get fired over that. But dressing sexy, no. I'm sorry, no.
Because it's like you're using the kids to do that. But okay, let's continue. She's got her toes out and those tight skirts are showing off every detail of her curves. Let's not pretend this is innocent. She's playing.
All right. Now, what happens next is, of course, we got haters. And what people don't know, women's biggest haters is women, not men. So we're going to have a hater, do what they do best. Try to dim this woman's light.
Teachers enjoy attention from students. And I know it sounds weird to say.
You just heard what she said. That's why I said haters will try to dim your light. This right here, I will try to find who she was if I was a teacher. And yeah, defamation, because this is, especially being a teacher, that's her freaking income, is being around children, bro. Let me be quiet. Oh my God.
Say out loud.
It's true.
But we just have to acknowledge it. And I think once we start acknowledging it, calling it out,
right,
and doing something about it, we will all be better for it. I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher for a long time, almost 10 years. Actually, My first job was with like postgraduate, like kids who had graduated from high school. And then I started teaching middle school. And one thing that I noticed really quick was when I would wear fitted clothing, kids noticed. They noticed. I remember one year, kids accused me all year of having a BBL. After that year, I decided.
Hey, kids, bruh, hold on. I did not tell you about the parents being trash. Okay, growing up, and I'm going to be quiet, we were taught this thing called respect, right? Respect authority. A teacher is technically a kid's authority when she's at work. Someone coming up to you that's probably a quarter of your age asking you if you have a BBL is like, that shit is crazy. That's like me walking up to my teacher asking her why she got 3 necks. It's none of my damn business. It's crazy. These niggas is crazy.
You know what? I'm not wearing tight clothes to school anymore because that's not the kind of attention that I want at school. But there's a time and a place for everything.
Right.
Like wearing those tight clothes, those tight skirts, low cut clothes, not for school. The big part of being a teacher is just modeling how to navigate the world, modeling how to dress appropriately. I've seen some very disturbing outfits on TikTok, and I honestly hope that it's fake, that it's made up, Now, one teacher was wearing a skirt, very fitted skirt, and it's just like, and heels at school.
It's not made up. It's not made up. You guys have seen the proof. It's not made up. This is happening right now. It's real. Let's talk about the sponsor of this channel, Father Sexton, and the lead attorney.
To here, I might have one button unbuttoned because I don't even want to bend over, and have anybody see anything, because that.
Once again, a young boy seeing something does not matter, because he's going, listen, look at this woman right here. I had never had an attractive teacher like this. Okay. Never. If I was in school, in grade school, it don't matter what she would have put on. We'd have been like, nigga, whatever class she in, I'm trying to be in. God damn it. We'll sit in and not learn nothing, because we're not planning to learn that in her class. We just planning to study her. That's it. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's not why I'm at school. I'm not at school for that type of attention. We need to start calling people out, giving consequences.
Changed because that's not who I wanted to be or represent. And I think this is 100% facts. I think part of the problem, like she said, is a lot of people don't know that there's a time and place for everything. If the same people who argue about how they should dress when they go to restaurants or act, or if they want to go to establishments that are for professionalism, if they will argue and say, I should be able to twerk anywhere I want to, I should be able to act any which way I want with no consequences, if they think that's how they should behave outside of the school, what makes you think that that type of person with that mindset who decides that they want to be a teacher goes to a school?
So he's saying she likes to twerk in restaurants? See how he draw that parallel, y'all? That is, you don't know what she's like at outside of work. Once again, I will say making content at work is not professional. She should have got fired off that. You know what I'm saying? But, bruh, saying that she's a twerker in public, like in restaurants, is kind of, once again, people just get to say all type of crazy shit about you, man. That shit is crazy. I don't like that type of shit, bro.
School will start acting differently. Teachers who don't really care about dress code and how they're affecting young minds obviously don't, of course, drink coffee and don't live in reality. They're the same people who believe that women should dress any way that they want at night. Doesn't matter. Every man should be able to control himself, right?
I didn't make him say that, yo. I don't know what he's talking about right now. I thought we were talking about professionalism in the classroom. He's talking about women going out at night, and if she goes out at night, she's supposed to dress a certain type of way. Let's pull him back up real fast. I want y'all to get a look at this dude right here. This is creepy. He's a creepy dude. This is what you call a creepy nigga mindset. What do you mean she can't wear what she want to wear at night? What are you talking about, sir? What is going to happen to her? This is, bruh, these niggas on here fucking weird, man.
Don't probably blame the young men and say, teach young boys to not sexualize teachers, which is just insane. Let's shoot a few more comments. Top comment here reads, people forget Mary Kay. Another person who says, I think I seen Julian Weber wears crop tops. For what reason? Damn. So I guess as a teacher who wears crop tops to school, why would you be wearing crop tops to school? This is also exactly why when people are finally able to afford taking their kids out of a public school and paying for private school, they do it in a heartbeat. They do it in a heartbeat because they know that, number one, they get more attention because the less students if the teacher has to focus.
All right, I can't. This dude's weird, man. I gotta this dude weird, man. Bruh. That last comment he said about she can't wear what she want to wear at night. It's like, bro, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't want that on my platform. I don't want that type of energy on my platform. So we got the last lame nigga of the night, bro. Stereotypical dude, one of these corny niggas that look at a woman and judge her by how she looks, and he's going to placate to people pandering to his agenda.
Her ego and make her feel better about herself. It's not that far.
And even worse. So we talk about the PDF thing. Now this lame niggas gonna say, oh, check this out. She has low self-esteem and she's using teenage boys to boost her self-esteem. I'm not lying, y'all. Let's let him say this weird shit. This is some weird shit.
Of elite to be able to believe, because kids notice everything and they will tell you, and you will know exactly what they are trying to tell you. And if your goal is to educate these students, removing as many distractions as possible should be priority number one before anything.
Let's just keep it real.
Brain at that time, at that age, as far as when it came to the opposite sex, especially if it was an older woman who you found attractive. And so to think that there would be a woman out there who could be manipulating the curiosity of young boys in order to satisfy her ego so that way she could feel better about herself.
He said that out loud. He did. I don't know if he thought about that when he said, but he said it out loud, y'all. I told you a lot of black men they just don't like black women. Only someone that hate black women would say something. That is, I don't even know. They say reaching, right? Reaching is when you like try to make stuff connect that don't connect. I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know what he was reaching for. Like, if you look at this young lady right here. Okay, look at her, y'all. Look at her. Okay. I'm pulling back up. Do you think this young lady needs to get attention from little boys? Do you think in your head she can't go outside looking like this, or even not even this, and get more attention from niggas that can pay her rent? Why would she want attention from a little boy that can't do nothing for her when she can go outside and get attention from dudes that can literally say, hey, I'll fly you out? These dudes are misogynists. I hate saying it, but it's only a misogynist would just come to this weird conclusion, man.
That's a pretty disgusting thing when you really think about it, because she knows what she's doing. In my opinion, this lady knows what she's doing. Listen, here's the reality. As a young and attractive teacher, male or female, you're always going to get a certain amount of attention from the students, because they look at you in a certain light, because you're not the same as the older teachers who've been there for 20, 30 years, who are now in their late 40s, 50s, 60s. You're only a few years removed from college. They look at you a bit differently because you still have a youthful look and energy about you. And so I think for a teacher, it's their responsibility to make sure that they don't give off any unnecessary distractions to their students, number one. And number two is also to make sure that you make it abundantly clear that you are not giving any mixed signals.
It's like he doesn't even know what the hell a teenager is. Teenagers have hormones. They will draw their own conclusions. Okay? When you're young like that, a teacher can smile and say, good job. And he might think some bullshit because he's young and he don't know nothing about women. That's how teenagers fantasize all day. Right? At least we did. I'm just saying, like, you're putting all this on the teacher when the kids themselves have their own minds. You can't control kids, right? I think they're forgetting she also is very pretty. So like, even if she was to come in all the way covered up, she still would be killing probably the whole school because she's pretty. Let me just be quiet. Be quiet.
As far as to what that relationship between teacher and student looks like and what it's supposed to be. And I think it should be noted, she's using students to record her in her outfits. She's not doing a selfie saying, hey, check me out.
Now I hope he's lying here. I hope this is the only thing I said. This is the only thing I don't like. I hope he's lying about that, because that would be incredibly stupid and she would need to get fired for that. She would need to get fired. Like, that's not acceptable to do. That's child labor. You cannot do that. I'm gonna get up out of here, but these thirsty niggas pulled up some more attractive women they want to hate on. So we gonna go out. I'm gonna bid y'all night, right? But I'm gonna let this play out.
They may be in their sexuality and when they're at work, and more likely to challenge are pushed the issue, as one of the commenters said, right? The other groups of women are going to try to downplay that a little bit more. This is not to say that other groups of women don't do that, but Black women, when you see teachers that are like really thick or are working with something, you're typically seeing Black women push the needle more with that. And that means that Black women operate with more independent thinking outside of the box of how they want to look. And that's also fine. But the reason why I think a lot of sisters are more prone to get fired is because when you work for somebody else, you don't have the ability to self-express as much as you want. And so what I think is that for a lot of employers, when they look at hiring Black people in general, or Black women in particular, what they look at is, okay, how docile is this person?